Questions over the homework assignment before we get started?
No.
What we're covering today is determinants. Tomorrow we'll be covering Cramer's rule, which is just solving systems using determinants. Now, a second order determinant, the value of a second order determinant is the difference of the product of the two diagonals. We're going to multiply these two together and subtract from it the product of these two. So if we look at our first example, our first diagonal would be 5 times 9. And we're going to subtract from it the other diagonal, which would be negative 4 times 8. Well, our 5 times 9 is 45. Negative 4 times 8 is negative 32. 45 minus negative 32, the negative and negative make a plus, giving us that's it. Questions on this here? Let's look at the next one. What would we do? So 0 times negative 11 minus. Well, 0 times negative 11 is 0. 6 times 4 is 24. So the answer is negative 24. Let's look at these next two. So the first diagonal would be negative 6 times 8. Our other diagonal would be negative 7 times 10. Negative 6 times 8 is negative 48. Minus negative 7 times 10 is negative 70. Negative and negative would make a plus. Negative 48 plus 70 is 22. Pretty much, yeah. Any questions on these here? Let's just go on to the last one. 7 times negative 4 minus 5 times 9. Negative 28 minus 45 is negative 73. Questions on this here? Diagonal rule. Rewrite the first two columns to the right of the determinant. Draw diagonals beginning with the upper left-hand element. Multiply the elements in each diagonal. Repeat the process beginning with the upper right-hand element. Find the sums of the products in each set of diagonals. Subtract and go from there. Now, to do this and do those steps, first thing we want to do is rewrite the matrix, our determinant. And when they switch the brackets with these absolute value bars, it's just saying we're taking the determinant. First step, rewrite the first two columns. We only rewrite the first two. We're not going to rewrite the other two, or the last one. Okay. Questions on this so far? Now we're going to look at our first diagonals going from the left to the right. So our first one would be 4 times 2 times 9. And then we would multiply those together. 4 times 2 times 9 is 72, yes. Next one, 8 times 6 times negative 4. Six think I'm negative 192. Yeah, it was. And the last one, 3 times negative 3 times 5. 3 times negative 3 times 5. It's the last one we're going to do, which is negative 45. This middle one should be positive. Middle one should be positive because it should be negative 8 times 6 times negative 4. Yeah, that was just I rewrote it without that one negative. And unfortunately, that one negative sign will make a massive difference. Questions on what we've done so far? No. Next step, add those 3 together. $219. We feel good with this so far, yes? Okay, we're halfway done. Now we're going the other direction because we have to go from the right to the left. So our first one would be negative 8 times negative 3 times 9. 72. I want to say 216, but I think I'm wrong. Okay. Then we'll do the next one. 4 times 6 times 5.
We're doing another one, right?
Yes. 120. And lastly, 3 times 2 times negative 4. Yes. And just like with the last one, or the other one, we're going to add these 3 together. 312. Okay, so we took all the diagonals going from the left to the right and found out their product in sum is 219. All the ones going from the right to the left, its product and add together is 312. And what we're going to do is subtract the 219, the ones going from the left to the right, from the ones going, so left to right minus right to left gives us negative. So negative 93 is the correct answer. Questions on this here? Well, we're ready to look at the next one. Well, I'm going to do this one again. Clear all that out. Second matrix. Over to edit. And I'm going to put this matrix in that we just did. Because it was a 3 by 3. We had 4, negative 8, 3, negative 3, 2, 6, negative 4, 5, 9. So the first thing I'm going to do is type the matrix in. Second quit. Second matrix. This time I'm just going to go over one to math. These are different things we can do to matrices in the calculator. The one I don't see very useful, especially for this here, is number 3, d-I-m. Second matrix A. That just told us that the dimensions of matrix A is a 3 by 3. I don't see a whole lot of point in that because we had to put the dimensions of matrix in to make it. It's just telling us what they are. I mean, if you're doing multiplication For other operations, it might be helpful, but that's not what we want. The top one, DET, is determinant. So we do second matrix, 1 over, find the determinant. Second matrix, tell it to do the determinant to matrix A, and it tells us the determinant is negative 93. Yeah. So the next one, second matrix, over to edit. It is a 3 by 3. Negative 5, 9, 4, negative 2, negative 1, 5, negative 4, 6, 2. Second quit. Second matrix. Over to determinant. Second matrix A. Enter. So the next one is negative 48. Second matrix over 1 DET. Because we need to tell it which. Yep.
What I do wrong?
So which one did you do? Yes. Second 3 by 3. Negative 5, 9, 4. Negative 2, negative 1. You had positive. You had negative 9 instead of positive 9, huh? Same way. Yep. Luckily,